Hey guys, and welcome to another Polymer clay tutorial. Today we are going to create Reinhardt. Actually Reinhardt, because he's German, from Overwatch. In today's tutorial we will not only create Reinhardt from Overwatch, which you decided in one of the last polls what I should do besides Clash Royale and Fortnite, of course, but I will also speak some German, because you know I'm from Germany and you asked a lot that I should speak some. So later we will do that. But now let's focus on the creation. We are creating Reinhardt, the big tank from Overwatch, and this is why I got confused. The start is almost the same, except for the aluminum foil on the wire, because Reinhardt is that heavy and big, and if I had created him all from clay, he would have been too heavy. This happened with the Mega Knight tutorial, for example, and this creation broke too much in the past, so I decided to make this guy a featherweight nice guy and to include as much aluminum foil as possible. So this one is finished. Now we can work on the coating of the clay, and therefore we are mixing, and I'm showing you a new technique how to mix with your knife. We are mixing a very dark silver. So black and silver gives us cutting again. So this is a really good mixing technique. You should really try that out. Gives us this pretty nice dark gray. I have used that one a lot in the past. I am thinking of the Ragnarok tutorial, for example, or even the rocket from Fortnite. Also very dark creations. This is what it looks like. Looks somehow quite funny. If this would be brown, it would be a chocolate Reinhardt for Reinhardt's Christmas Day. And now we start working on all the dark details, because this creation is built in different layers. And if you want to create this guy, this helps a lot if you think about all the different layers in this creation. And the first one would be this dark silver, and we are adding the brighter silver later. And this cup is a quite useful stand while working on all the details, because I can't put him on the desk. This would destroy the backside of the creation, and only holding in my hand which would also be too warm for the clay, and it would melt too easily. So now we are working on all the armor parts. This is the on-off switch, the big button in the middle. Yeah, you asked a lot that I should speak some German. And I thought, because we are creating a German guy now, Reinhardt from Overwatch, it would be funny, and I recorded my intro in German. So have fun. This is what my voice sounds like when I speak German. Hey Leute, willkommen zu einem neuen Knie-Tutorial von mir. Heute bauen wir Reinhardt von Overwatch.
Okay, so now you know what my voice sounds like in German. Why do I speak English? Well, this has two reasons. First, and this is obvious, I really want to reach out to as many people as possible and to inspire as many people as possible. And with German, this is a bit limited. Yeah. And the second reason, when I started my channel, I was that bad
at speaking English, and I even had to repeat a whole year because my English was that bad at school. So I decided that when I started this channel, it would be a great practice for me not only to create with Clay, but also to speak some English. And well, you may judge, but I think I have improved a lot at least compared to my very first video. But now enough of German and English and languages in general. Let's create Reinhardt and let's jump back to the creation. We are right in the middle of the body and also in the creation. You've seen that I added some silver clay. This is all the armor. Well, this is also underneath. But now we are creating this big engine on the back side, and I liked this part the most because it just looks so interesting and so cool. The fire steam or the bright fire parts are partly painted after oven hardening, but also I used some yellow and orange clay for that as well. We will add that in a minute, but we attached some tubes and some tiny details, some further details. So this is a shoulder protection patch. We will paint that afterwards. And this is some further protection for his bottom. And now we will fill in some black clay. Use the transparent polish for sticking in the black clay, and now we are adding some yellow and orange. The engine is finished and we are ready to go into the oven. Freshly baked first part of Reinhardt. And let's focus on the legs now. Why did I put it into the oven? Well, as saving the game. I didn't want to screw up the top part of the creation, which already looks fine. And while creating the legs, I would have now enough areas to touch the creation and not to destroy the soft clay, because it is hard right now. Hope that might make sense to you. These are some knee hinges, I would guess. And now we will also add the last parts of the leg protection of the armor. And after that, we can of course focus on the shoes, on the big boots from Reinhardt. It sounds really hard when talking German, right? Reinhardt. Well, I'm not that familiar with Overwatch. I know that this guy is a tank. Therefore, he decides where the team is going, because, well, he is the front part of the team. Actually, he's blocking all attacks. And there are many different other characters. I always prefer guys in the backside because you are way more protected and you can shoot. I think Reinhardt doesn't have any distance weapons, right? But not sure about that. So, what about you? Are you playing... do you prefer playing tanks, fighting in the front, or you prefer also playing the guys in the backside, which are sniping and shooting? Oh man, this sounds so gutless. But I think both types of playing require a lot of skills. Either you are the one right in the middle of the action, or you are the strategic guy in the backside. Well, just curious, let me know what you prefer when playing. So, for example, also in Fortnite you can play different tactics as well. On the left arm of Reinhardt there is this blazon, and it is showing a lion's head. But I'm not really sure about that because I screwed up so badly in the drift tutorial where I told you that the mask would be a cat. It's not, it's a fox. I read all the comments, so that was embarrassing. Well, but this really surely looks like a lion, right? adding some orange for the eyes, and now we can put this blazon onto his left arm. And this is the big final for this character. We are creating the head, and it's not that difficult. It's not that detailed. We are just filling in some colors for his helmet. And after placing this helmet back on his neck, we will also add these thorns on the top of the helmet, and also these ears. There are 5 thorns right on the helmet, 1 big one, 4 smaller ones, and now we are creating this big hammer as weapon. In order to get it really light, and also the whole creation that it doesn't fall forward, for example. So now we're coating the handle of the hammer, the big hammer. And there is even an engine inside the hammer, right? I think this is just for hitting really hard the target. These are the 3 tiny engines on the backside of the hammer. Unfortunately, you don't see them when you look at the creation right from the front perspective. And therefore I'm really happy that I'm always showing the rotated version in the end of the tutorial, so that you can see it in the final version as well. There's a tiny yellow outline, a very thin one, and that's it almost for the hammer, for the head part of the hammer. Just coating some more silver clay. I think in both other Overwatch tutorials I made up a story about the character and I told some crazy stuff. I had no ideas for Reinhardt, but please let me know if you want to hear some further made up stories by myself. I know that some of you are really disturbed by these stories. Actually, they are quite funny to create, to just come up with all this stuff, crazy stuff. So, this is it for the head of the hammer, adding some more details to the handle, and after that we are ready to put all the different parts onto the plate and ready to go into the oven. Freshly baked Reinhardt with his hammer! And the funny assembling part starts right now. I'm using my hand drill and this ClayClaim super glue. Just kidding, I only painted it. So, now we can put the hammer in his hands and oh no, I killed the thumb. But we can glue it back in position and it works. So now we will paint all the different parts. You can also go with clay, of course, for these red parts, but because they are that tiny, I decided to go with the pen, and I think this was a good decision. I really want a yellow pen of these. I don't have any, and I don't know where to get one. But I used the acrylic paint for all the yellow details on the front and also on the back side. And we are even adding some orange, because in the original version it is glowing. This is the last working step, the 06, and guys, I guess finally that's it, Reinhardt! I hope you enjoyed this big tutorial. Oh no, I just lost the sword of Genji. This is Reaper, so this makes Reinhardt the 3rd creation of Overwatch. Please let me know if you want to see more creations from Overwatch. I guess that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. Guys, take care. Have a great weekend and bye. Oh no, I killed Genji. Is he? She? It? Called Genji? Oh, I'm pretty sorry. I don't like violence. You wanna play cards, maybe?